the concept of the sun because we're going to play with the energy of the sun right now. And so I'm going to encourage everybody to just relax, sit back, find your seat, lie down, get a blankie. It's a little warm for blankies maybe at the moment, but just doing whatever you feel you need to or would like to do. I'm reminding you that nobody's going to see you because of the way that we set up this recording. So if you are listening in on the recording, I'm going to encourage you also to take a moment to, certainly not if you're driving, but if you're not driving, if you're still somewhere and you're able to just relax in, let's just do that. And we're going to come into the body with breath because that's such an easy way. And just if you want to take your hand and place it on your belly, just above your belly button, and start to breathe in and out into the belly. That's your solar plexus. That's your place of identity, of personal power. And so that's a really great place to land with this Leo new moon, ruled by the sun. And so what is our relationship with the sun? So some people are sun worshipers, some people don't love being in the sun, but the truth is that the sun, of course, is our life-giving force. It offers the spark. It could be the spark of fire, the spark of light in the darkness. It helps the plants to grow. In fact, without the sun, there would be no life upon this earth. So it is the giver, the bringer of life. And so we need the sun. And the sun often is referred to as a masculine energy because it has that heat, that light, that perpetual energetic productivity, activity. It's action-oriented. And so we can think of the sun as being masculine. And in this case, just feeling into the masculine energy, that archetypal masculine energy. And then, of course, the moon. Now, not in all cultures, not in all traditions is the moon considered feminine, but for our sake today, particularly because it's a new moon, and so we're in the darkness, in the withdrawal of the moon, and we have that extra withdrawing energy, that private internal energy with Venus, also a feminine energy, in retreat, in retrograde. And so feeling into that side-by-side play, that conjunction energy, side by side, the moon and sun, very different energies, and yet intertwined, interrelated. And especially the Leo new moon is particularly interesting because once a year, we have this relationship between the star that keeps us alive with its light and the moon that keeps us in flow of our energy and motion, our emotion, in darkness. That's what the new moon is all about. It's the darkness. And so as we lose the light at the end of day, we move into that darkness again. And so just feeling into the contrast. And take a moment to consider the sun, our need of it, our love of it, the convenience that it provides, the light, the heat, the life force. And yet sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it is relentless. And so let's feel into this energy of relentless and the way that sometimes we can feel tyranted by the relentlessness of the sun. So consider the sun at its peak, in peak summer, wherever you are. There's no shade and no breeze, or no trees anywhere, no large trees anywhere, no water nearby, and no wind. And it's midday at the peak, the height of the sun in the sky. And that heat and that light is blinding. And feel into the relentlessness of that. And we all carry a piece of that within us. For some of us, it might be quite well developed. For some, quite subtle. But we all have a piece of this sun energy within us, this relentlessness. So take a moment to think back to not the biggest issue in your life, but just an issue that may have arisen in the last little while where you were a little bit relentless toward yourself. You pushed yourself beyond reason. You were insistent rather than backing off. You were demanding when perhaps it might have been more desirable to be gentle or forgiving. So just take a moment to sit with that and consider that moment or that situation or that relationship. It might have to do with your work and how much you demand of yourself in your work world. It may have to do with having a dream or an intention that you are pushing through in order to get to the other side. It may have to do with a goal that you've set for yourself, even at the beginning of the year with the workshop that we did together, the Dreaming In workshop. And maybe you visioned something for yourself and you found yourself pushing through to reach it more quickly or more efficiently. Or it's maybe just an idea in your mind about where you should be. The energy of should is relentless. It's a kind of relentlessness. It's a kind of unrelenting lack of compassion. And it can be just for a moment, 30 seconds, a minute. Maybe it comes back a few times. But just notice where in your life this is showing up for you. And just observe it. Be an observer of it without judging it, without beating yourself up around it. Just take a moment to recognize, yes, there it is. There's that relentlessness. And it shows up for me like this. Just watch it. Just watch it with curiosity. Be kind to yourself when you're in your relentless mode, because you are driving yourself. You are being the driver when perhaps you don't need to be. So take a moment to just notice that. And take your free hand, if you've been placing your hand on your solar plexus the whole time, take your free hand, bring it to your heart. And we're just going to do a little heart rub. Little heart rub with that free hand. Contemplating the relentlessness, how you may have been a little hard on yourself recently, how you pushed yourself, how you didn't allow yourself to fully have the feelings that you needed to have. Perhaps you were unkind. Perhaps you had some symptomologies that you ignored. However it's coming up for you, let yourself know it's okay. It's okay that this occurred. It's okay that it transpired. That relentless sun is going to come back again. And that's okay too. But in this moment, what we're really seeking is a gentleness and an okayness and a holding yourself with gentleness. So Just allowing that hand that was just rubbing at the heart center, just allowing it to rest at the heart center. And take a moment to consider what one energy, one emotion, one perspective would help you to be more gentle to yourself with regard to this relentlessness. What is one energy that might soften your perspective? If it has to do with your health, it might simply be the energy of acknowledgement, acknowledging your limit. That's all. If it has to do with how hard you're pushing yourself with your career or your work, it might simply be allowing yourself to receive some appreciation from yourself for the hard work that you do, for all that you've already achieved and accomplished, and knowing that you are going to continue to work hard. Just some appreciation, sending a little appreciation your way. If it has to do with pushing yourself through to reach a goal, maybe the energy that you're seeking is a little bit more trust in the process. Trusting in yourself that you will take action when you need to, but you don't always need to. So just feeling into some of those scenarios, you may have your own. Feel into what one energy, one gentle, introduced vibration would help shift you just a little to the left or right of that relentlessness. Maybe something did happen. Maybe somebody stepped into the space and gave you a hug. That's beautiful. Maybe the piece that you really need to look to next time is to seek help, seek support. One of the things that the energies of this lunation are showing us is how much support there is for us. We don't need to do this alone. Yes, you step into the limelight as yourself, by yourself, but remember that you have your whole crew behind you and your whole audience in front of you, and so you are fully supported. So whatever energy has arisen for you, just take your free hand and tap the space between the pinky finger and the ring finger. And just tap and encourage and allow and invite and welcome and receive that balancing energy. Whatever it is, whether it be trust, acknowledgement, appreciation, compassion, allowing, and just tapping that into your heart space. When we tap that space between the pinky finger and the ring finger, as one of our practitioners in our inner wisdom circle has taught us, this is your triple warmer meridian. And so it really is opening you and inviting all of this energy to move through your entire body. So whatever gift you're giving yourself of appreciation or self-trust, whatever it is in this moment, visualize it moving through your body like liquid light. Allow it to flow through your body. See it moving through your arteries, into your organs, your vital organs. See that ribbon of light moving up into your mind, your brain, your physical brain, through your thought processes. Allow it to move down the neck and shoulders and into the spinal column. Allow it to move down into the hips, the first and second chakras. Awakening, enlivening, but allowing a settledness, a groundedness to occur as well. Feel how it moves down the arms, into the fingertips, down the legs, the backs of the knees, through the key meridians, liver, kidney, stomach, spleen, gallbladder, all the way down into the feet and each toe. Feel how it settles into the bones, the connective tissue, the muscle, the fascia, the ligaments. Feel how this energy becomes a part of you and you become it. And as you sit in this energy, this supportive vibration that you have called in for you, because you are taking a stand for yourself, we set this intention. My intention is that I am consistently, divinely assisted to be seen in the fullness of my own beauty and shining in greatest good for all.